Yo, Mike! Hey, yo, Mike! What up, players? What's happening? I know we're at like an unconventional time right now, so I had to lure some other people in there with my OnlyFans pick. Mic check? Hey, yo, Mike. Oh, Gwyn Sanity! Subscribe with Prime Gaming. Whoa, let's go. How you guys doing today? Thank you for the sub, Gwyn. How's everybody feeling? I have a feeling we're going to draw something today that's related to Hooters or an owl. How's everybody feeling? Should we switch it to the face cam? Let's just get it popping. Mic check. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? I'm feeling good. A little busy. I've had a lot going on, which is why I had to kind of move the stream to the earlier time. Let's switch to main. Mic check. Mic check. You excited for the game tonight? Who the hell is this guy? You excited for the game tonight? I am very excited for the game tonight. That is also partly why I just couldn't do everything at once. I couldn't do like the stream. I got a game tonight, and I kind of wanted to watch the game tonight as a little treat to myself because I had a lot of work that I had to get done today, and I did get it done, including the stream. It sounds like we had to push the Vosh episode. We're recording an episode with Vosh. We had to push it to tomorrow. So, yeah, it's just like we're a little bit all over the place right now. So I just figured, why not hop in and just do a little art class? You know, I don't know if this is a great time for everybody to join. So I apologize if it's there might be a small turnout today. Who knows? But what can I say? What do you guys think? I'm thinking of drawing something that's related to gotta have some chill times too. That's true. I mean, I had a nice relaxing weekend. I went to the zoo, which was fun. But yeah, today I knew going into today. Mondays are just a stressful day for me in general because I have we generally record an episode of Cold Cuts and a Can't Stay Sadly, but I did want to pop in and say how this is a way better time for me than Euro streams. Oh, okay, good. Damn, Shawty, you look good. Goof today. Goodbye, bye, Bread Zero. See you later. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if this is a great time for anybody. I just this just happened to work for me. This is when I could fit it in. All right, what should we draw today, guys? What are you feeling? I'm thinking something with an owl. Something related to the Hooters thing. What do you guys think about that? Something owl related? Just coloring this guy in. The nips. Down with Owls sounds pretty based. I had this idea, a really old comic idea that I never did, that was related to the Tootsie Pop, like Mr. Owl from the Tootsie Pop commercials. Am I dating myself there, or do you guys know that? Do you guys know those Tootsie Pop commercials? I know that's like a little bit... I mean, they were even old. Like, they came out way before I was born, but they were still airing on TV. You guys know what that is? They were still airing on TV into the 90s and early 2000s, I'd say. And then now... Well, I don't really watch TV so much anymore anyway, but... 1, 2, chomp. Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3. The world may never know. Yeah, that commercial was pretty cool. I had this idea a while ago of making, like, the... you know that meme? Oh God, I know Zach always makes fun of me for starting sentences that way. You know that meme? You know the meme that's the girl screaming and crying and pointing, and being held back by her friend, and then there's just like this little stupid cat like sitting at the dinner table that looks like he doesn't know what's going on. I was thinking about doing that, but like with the kid pointing and screaming, and the cat just being like Mr. Owl after he just ate the Tootsie Pop. That's one that's been sitting in my notes for like a minute, and I was like, eh. But it could be fun for us to draw together. What do you guys think of my Super Beetle? How's he looking? Add some shine on the pecs there. Yeah. Yes, too. Studio Zero, what up? What's happening, guys? Dude's yoked. It's real. Alright, guys. Does everybody have a pen and paper? Like the Liver King without the HGH. You know, it's funny coincidence. I was thinking, look, by the way, I'm wearing the shirt. This is a 1 of 1. I made it today. Oh my god, Beetle Moses streaming? This means daily Beetle fact. Wait, maybe I should... Can you guys see the thing? There we go. Oh yeah, he's still wearing the shirt. I gotta adjust it there. Well, most species in the family Atelibidae roll leaves to create a nest for their developing egg. This species, Pteroculus ovatus, or known as the thief weevil, prey on... That's a funny name for a bug. Preys on Atelibid eggs and oviposits into the rolled leaf nest of at least 4 other leaf-rolling weevils. Once the Atelibid parent, am I pronouncing that right, has created a nest for their eggs, the thief weevil will sneak into the nest and not only eat the eggs, but steal the nest. Wow. Beefle Moses. Oh, hell yeah, he's still wearing the shirt. Who's gonna tell the guy it's spelled Beetle Mucho Texto? Alright, let's get it popping. Let's see. You know, what is this on Twitter? What is this I hear on Twitter about you praising CP? What? Who said that? Oh my god, you guys in the Discord know funny ass, like, I'm not gonna say it out loud really. Well, I'll say, like, the fucking... I was on Instagram, and dude, first of all, I get the weirdest fucking Instagram ads, like the weirdest fucking Instagram ads, and I fucking like, bruh, everyone's like, where is? I need the address. Where is the hairy Jewish guy Hooters? Anyway, you guys on the fucking the goat. You you guys that were on the Discord saw I was following I'm following this one rapper, this Broward rapper, who is really funny. I mean, I don't think he's even trying to be funny, but he just is funny. Actually, he's doing a show right by me soon, but this guy BLP Kosher, without clicking away from the window, I would highly encourage you to Google search an image of what I could just pull it up for you. Why don't we all look at it together? BLP Kosher. He is a Jewish rapper from South Florida. I don't know how. I don't know what BLP stands for, but I think I even have some mutuals with this guy, but he is blowing up, dude. Here, wait, I'm gonna show you right now. This is BLP Kosher. Like, out of I started following him like I swear to God, it was like a month and a half ago I started following him, and he had like, I don't know, like under 20,000 followers, maybe like 15, 17, and the dude is like, if you look at him up right now, he is like popping off. He has like, I don't know, 150,000 followers. He's just like a Jewish guy, but he has the like Kodak Black like Wicks, and he kind of raps like Kodak too. Anyway, I follow him because he's just funny, but he this dude ain't kosher. BLT stands for breakfast, lunch, and toenails. Brentis Incarago. He has a long snoot. I'm gonna look that up for sure. Dude, yeah, he's hilarious. But anyway, so he posted a photo of himself posing with another rapper. You know, just doing some like I don't know, holding up like gang signs or doing some crazy shit. And the other rapper tagged in the photo, his name was just CP. Like JUST underscore CP or something like that. And I was like, what? That's a terrible name for a rapper. And I was like, is this a joke? I clicked on it, and it was like all of the... Well, this is every rapper Instagram for some reason. Every rapper's Instagram, when you go to the comments, no matter how trash the music is, no matter how unknown this guy is, I don't know what it is about fucking rapper Twitter, but... or Instagram. I mean, when you click on the comments, they're all just like, yo, you're next up, son. Like, fire emoji, bro. Yo. So, and just like, people like... I was like, is anybody going to acknowledge that this guy is going by CP? He's going by just CP. And the comments made me feel like I was in crazy land. They were like, yo, CP next up. They were like, yo, CP the GOAT, no cap. Like, yo, I gotta get to a CP show. I was like, dude, what are you doing, bro? Every rapper, and also anytime Mr. Girl drops an ass doo-doo track. I really don't understand that. It's a weird thing about rap and like music culture. I see it on it's not even just rappers, because honestly, like musicians also that are just like musicians that are also just like not very good. They'll just, like, all of the comments 100% of the time will always just be like, bro, this was so heat, yo, fire emoji, bro, yo, this was gas, bro, yo, you're next up. And I'm like, I don't understand, where do you guys all come from? Are you paying for this? Is it just like, maybe it's just a supportive community, you know, maybe I'm just being like a cynical bastard. But it's like, come on, guys. I usually am going to the comments because I want to see some hate. I want to see people hating. I want to see people saying some hater shit. Like, bro, yo, this sounds fire on mute. Or like, yo, you never should have released this. He said the line. Said what? What did I say? Guys, I did not buy this shirt. I had a couple people asking where they can get one. I made it. It's one of one. I literally just made it. Look, I got the orange paint right here and a Sharpie marker for the rest. Okay, let's start drawing. What do you guys think? What should we draw today? I do kind of want to draw an owl. Why don't we just draw an owl doing something fun? Something funny. Is it true Vosh is going to be on tomorrow's episode of Cold Cuts? Yes, I have heard that. A lot of people are saying this. The hit podcast that I co-host, Cold Cuts, youtube.com/coldcutspod. We already have no less than, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes with Vosh, and there's going to be another one tomorrow. Amazing. And it's going to be hot off the press because we're recording it and posting it all in one day tomorrow. Check that out. youtube.com/coldcutspod. Alright, let's draw something. Oh, by the way, is this anybody's first time? This would be unusual if this was the first time that you popped in, but is this anybody's first time jumping in the stream? Official third co-host Voosh? No freaking way. By the way, why does Vosh call you the Cum Boys? Oh, baby's first ride. Let's go. Yes. Polar Official. Desty64. Let's go. I am a Beetle Moses stream virgin. Welcome to Hairy Jewish Guy Hooters. We're out here. Alright? This is the drill. It is not just a stream like any other stream where you just jump in and, you don't do anything. Wait. And then you leave the stream and you get nothing out of it except 3 or 4 wasted hours. No. This is a different kind of stream, okay? This is the kind of stream where you follow along with what I'm doing, and at the very end, when I say bye guys, thanks for coming in, and I close and the screen goes black and it says thank you for watching, and the stream ends, and you're like, well, I feel kind of lonely. You're like, wait a minute, I just got a sick drawing because I followed along with the stream. And even though the stream is over, I have a little memoir to commemorate it. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to draw. It's going to be really slow. This is an art class. Okay? But before we start, all right, all you need is a pen and paper. And it's okay if you've never drawn before. If you're just popping in, you're not an artist, you've never drawn, just need a pen and paper, and I promise you're going to be able to draw along with me. All right? We're freestyling it today. I didn't have anything planned, so we're just going to draw something real. It's going to be real lackadaisical. All right? These are the Beetle commandments before we start. There's no rules. All right? These are just 3 commandments to keep in mind. Number 1, don't be too hard on yourself. We're just drawing for fun. Okay? It's just for funsies. There's a Discord. There's a free Discord for the Beetle Moses art classes where everybody's going to be posting their drawings at the end of the stream. If anybody wants to drop that link in the chat, I would very much appreciate it. You can just hit !Discord. Okay? That is it's a free Discord. That link is never going to expire. You can jump in. We have a nice community over there. There's like almost 150 people, I think. And everybody shares really, really fresh art in there. And you can all admire each other's work. And if you need feedback or critiques, I'm in there too. All right? Everybody's chilling in there. Yes, and also, if you enjoy the stream and you would like to support me further, there is a Patreon for cold cuts as well, which Yellow Swag Studios has also graced the chat with. If you'd like to hop in there, we have another Discord. That is a huge community. We play Jackbox over there, Gardic Phone. It's like a constant. It's like basically you want to get invited to like the coolest group chat of all time. Boom, it's right there. You just hop right in. Plus, you get bonus episodes of the podcast, early access to Beetle comics, early access to Yellow Swag comics, and at certain tiers, most tiers actually, you get shit in the mail, which is very fresh, hand drawn. All right. Okay. Number 1, don't be too hard on yourself. So when you're posting in the Discord after this, all right, if you join the Discord and you draw along and you're done, when you post in the Discord, don't be like, oh, my drawing sucks. I suck at art. Sorry, guys. Sorry you have to look at my art. No. First of all, not true. All of your drawings have been really good. I really appreciate that you've all been following along, and you've been doing really well. And this is just for fun, all right? You're your own worst critic. They've all been great, okay? Number 2, go at your own pace, okay? I'm going to draw really slow, just line by line, shape by shape, so you should be able to follow along. But also, if you want to, type in the chat, I'll be watching. If I'm going too fast, if I breeze over something and you miss it or whatever, type in the chat. I'll go back over something. Sometimes I don't explain things exactly right. Or if you have any questions, I'll be watching too. Okay. And number 3, try new things. It's how you get better. Okay. On days off or on days like this when we're drawing together, if I'm like, oh, we're going to draw an owl and he's going to be doing this thing or whatever, doing a kickflip or I don't know, we'll figure something out. And you're like, I don't know how to draw that. I'm not even going to try. Wrong mentality, all right? When you are drawing, if you are early in your artistic journey, even if you never become a career artist, if you just want to draw for, it's relaxing, it's meditative, okay? If there's something you want to draw, you shouldn't be discouraged by the fact that you've never drawn it before, all right? It happens all the time where I have an idea and I'm like, oh, I really want to draw like, I don't know, like a dragon with 3 heads and he's eating a cruise ship. But I've never drawn a dragon, let alone one with 3 heads, and I've never drawn a cruise ship before. So I'm not going to draw it, right? Terrible mentality to have. Just try it the first time. Look up a reference photo. I always use reference photos. The first time that you use a reference for something, okay, it's going to come out a little bit wobbly. But you'll be like, okay, I see what I did wrong there. The second time you're going to draw something, you'll still need the reference, but you'll be like, okay, this one actually looks really good. And the third time, you won't even need a reference photo. You're just going to have it in your dome, in your bag. All right? So try new things. It's how you get better. Those are the Beetle commandments. I'll pull them up if anybody starts getting grouchy in the chat. All right. So I do want to draw an owl. What should he be doing, though? It's looking... Okay. Hang on, I'm just, don't draw along yet. I'm just breezing through it. So what's a funny thing for an owl to be doing? Dive bombing a child. Okay. Maybe he should be, What do owls do? An owl contemplating, it says, "Who am I?" That's funny. Maybe an owl. Why don't we draw an owl? Oh, that would actually probably be a good exercise for us, is us looking in the mirror. Like an owl looking at himself in the mirror. Here's the back of his head. He's leaning on a countertop here. Here's the mirror. And the owl staring back. I actually think that... And he's saying, "Who am I? Who am I?" You like that? I think that's good. And I think that'll be good practice, because drawing things in mirrors, I tend to do that a lot. Something about putting things in mirrors, it feels very cinematic. So I use that a lot in my comics, and it's a pretty good, it's a good gag. You like that? All right, let's do that. So what we just saw, if you guys want to screenshot that, if you want to screenshot this right now, okay, just so you can have a general idea of what this is going to look like, just in your back pocket, you can, feel free, but I'm going to go very slowly, line by line, and you'll find that if you draw things smaller, you won't run out of room, okay? Such a goat. I love you, man. Dude, Nihai Lao. Yo, you're the goat. You the goat, baby. You the goat. A lot of first-time chatters in here. You guys like the shirt? Is that why? Harry Juice Guy Hooters? All right, let's draw this thing, guys. Everybody, whoa! Yo! Polar Official! Polar Official! 2! I never got to see the first Polar Official. I only know the second one. Thank you for the subscription. Polar Official! Let's go! Spoomiac. I gotta bounce because work, but I'll follow along later. We got the recording going? I got the recording going. Oh, and that reminds me real quick. Sorry, last tangent before we get started. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the last one that we just recorded. I've literally tried exporting it like 3 times. No less than 3 times from Premiere. And when I try to upload it to YouTube, the file is corrupt for some reason. I have no idea why. So that was stream 29. That was the last episode. I don't know what's going on. For now, it's the lost episode. I'm not really sure what happened, but this one I am recording. Hopefully things will just be back. Yeah, it was a European episode too. It was one of them from the Euro time slot. So I really don't know. I don't know how full-time streamers do it, honestly. Like, I don't know if they have like a whole team of people that are just, helping to run the show, but yeah, I am so bad with technology to begin with, and then to have I have to manage actually uploading the shit to YouTube. It's just it never goes well. Okay. Actually, you know what? We should let's do that. I always end up with a bunch of layers of doodles because I make a new layer every time you say let's start drawing. Okay. I actually am going to do, I have it for you guys who have not seen this before. This is a trick that I do like to use. I know I always say you only need a pen and paper. That is true. You should be able to follow along, but this is just a helpful tidbit that I use when I'm drawing, okay? Some of you guys have already seen this, but if it's your first time in the stream, you might know that I draw all of my comics on pen and paper in my little notepad here. Okay, I color them digitally, but they're all drawn by hand. And I always lay everything out in pencil first. Okay, pencil first, and then I ink it. And in particular, when I'm drawing something that is okay, like here's the Succubus comic, for example. Woo! Look at that. This. When I'm drawing people, or not even people, but just creatures that are kind of like vaguely humanoid, I'm always, the first thing I'm doing is actually sketching out the the layout, like on the anatomy first. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, if you have a pencil handy as well alongside a pen, I would recommend doing this. You can also do it very lightly in pen if you want, but I don't want to, corrupt your drawing really. But this just helps me get everything laid out properly. So this is the back of the owl, okay, and his ears, right? Okay. Here is the mirror. Actually, I'm going to make it slightly on a tilt. Okay. Mirror. Okay, and the other part of his arms. Okay. Here's this. This is the sink area as well. Okay. I had to skip being unemployed to watch your stream. Now, I know I just did this fast, but let me just break everything down for you, okay? I drew the head of the owl. And whenever I'm drawing people, whenever I'm drawing bodies, I know this is not a person per se, but for this sake it is because he's pretty humanoid. I'm always drawing the head, and when I draw the stick figure, I always include the shoulders and hips, okay? I'm always drawing this before I draw a person that's in, like, even a pose as simple as this, leaning forward on a counter, right? Even as something as simple as this, I'm laying it out. And this is how I do it. Circle, line, make it a cross, make it a T at the bottom, legs, arms, okay? Don't be making a stick figure like this because you're missing out on a very expressive and important part of the person, which is the shoulders. Got it? Okay. Basically, if you want to draw along this bit like I'm doing, you can do this, and look what I'm going to do right now. I'm making a new layer, and this one, I'm bringing the opacity way down. So it's there, I can see it, but I'm going to erase it when we're done. Okay, now we can begin. Here's what I'm going to start with. Foremost object is the back of the owl. Okay, so we're going to do that first. Everybody ready? I'm going to start with the ear. Okay, line up. The other reason that I like doing this the skeletal work first, is because I'm basically just adding like the meat right on top. It makes it a lot easier. Alex Linda 109, hey, what's up? What's happening? See how I did that, guys? Actually, I'm probably going to do it the other way. I made the first one going up straight, but on the way down, I'm making a little U and a U. Hook shapes all the way down. U. U. That's that feathery look. Okay. Same over here on this side. A little bit smaller because it's a little bit farther away from the camera. Line up. When it comes back down, curve. U. 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 2 ears of an owl. And then I'm going to make a small curve connecting the two. Looks like threes. Yeah, you do that. Threes. Yeah, that's actually probably a better way to describe it. 3, 3. And then just make this curve at the top of the head is connecting the two. All right. Here's what I'm going to do next. I'm actually going to do the bottom of his head next, which is just these W's sort of splaying out to about there. Should I or should I not be doing this on toilet paper? You can do that on toilet paper. That's chill. That's chill. You're going to have a hard time erasing it, I think. Probably. But if you can manage it, if you can swing it, by all means. By all means. Okay, let's see here. How's everybody looking right now? Not sure I'm stopping now. Next, I'm making a slight curve up. Very chill vibes. I might draw along next time or convince the GF because she's actually an artist. We're still really early on. If you want to, it's not too late to grab a. Just look. Most of these I just do the first time around on a freaking index card. Get a sticky note. Look, this is when we drew the rat streamer playing a cheese simulator. See that? Look, it's all on an index card. Bing! If you have anything to write on and write with, you can just draw along right now. Should we give him a 5 o'clock shadow? Yeah, why not? Okay, I'm going to kind of do what I do with my other funny faces, which is make his eyes bulging out a little bit. So I did that. I'm actually going to bring the opacity down a little bit more. I want you guys to still be... I don't want it to be too faint that you can't see, but I also don't want it to distract from the actual drawing. And then check it out. I'm going to zoom in, actually. Ready? Two little hook shapes. Ready? For the beak. And then the bottom beak, just slightly smaller, but doing the same thing, going in the other direction. Did you guys get that? Hairy Jewish guy Hooters. Would you guys go to Hairy Jewish guy Hooters? They only serve matzo ball soup and chicken wings. Who's gonna draw fan art of the Hairy Jewish guy Hooters? You go. And then we're gonna make a curve for the back of the head. Look at that. That is a picture perfect back of an owl's head. I just got a text from my grandma about, she sent me a screenshot of the picture that I just posted in this Hairy Jewish guy Hooters. And she said my grandpa has the same shirt. But I know that's a lie because this is a 101. Sure that's not a photo? If it's gender neutral guy and there are hairy girls too, then sure. I don't see why not. Yeah, that's chill. That's chill. Yo, based grandma. Tell me about it, bro. She's a goat. Okay, let's try this next bit. So, I'm going to make him kind of fluffy, but not too... I'm just going to... See, I'm doing this just little bumps up to about here. That's where his armpit is. What would you call this, guys? What do you call that? Feathers. Just light bumps going up. It's just like drawing a cloud where you're drawing bump, 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 bump like that. But picture they're like just wilted a little bit. I'm drawing a little shoulder action here, so I got one feather out of place. Look how I just did that. Actually, bring that in slightly. I'm drawing the same shape going the other way. Armpit, wingpit, cockpit. See how I'm doing this? You can picture it in just straight, right? Like, generally, I don't want you guys to get too distracted by the shape, right? I mean, all of this can be translated in a straight line if you prefer. I just think there's a little bit more texture when you add, like, the feather thing. But it's just going in one direction. One Direction. The band? I couldn't even tell you a single One Direction song. I was trying to do, like, a meme there, and I was like, don't even know one of their songs. Are they still together? No. Well, now Harry Styles has his own thing. But do you think they'll have like a comeback tour? Oh, that's what makes you beautiful. You don't know you're beautiful. All right, and look, check it out. Thumb. It's like a winged thumb. Don't worry so much about the length because it's a feathered finger. Zayn is done with them? Oh my god, Dish. What happened? Why does he hate them? What did they do? Following this, guys? I got the thumb, and it's kind of like the base of the palm. Just so you know where I'm going with this, I'm going to have some of his fingers splayed out here. Right? His hand is down on the thing. Whoops. How many times am I going to press the wrong button? Okay. But I need the little, ass cheek part of the back of his hand. Which is that little meaty part. And now I'm just going to go like that. Just a long finger and a 3 for his hand. Ah, shit, I just got back from work. What did I miss? It is not too late, honestly. I really would say it's not too late. I'm just going to go wing style and not 2 fingers. That's chill. Do what works for you. All we did was draw I know this actually looks more complicated, but I'm telling you, the cheat code is because it's, like, textured. But if you actually think about how many individual lines we've drawn here, I don't really think this is more than, like, 10 lines. Triangles for the ears, connect, kind of, fluffy at the bottom here. Okay. Face. And then we just got the back part of his body and his little arm here. If you guys want to do the fingers coming along, I think it can add a little bit of, drama, that he's just like, who am I? But I think it works either way. All right. We need just the back part, which is easy. It's the same shape as what you see here, just going up. But leave a little space because you want to include his shoulder. Just as a little nub, just a C. I showed my dad a picture of the shirt, and he sent me this picture of... You want to see a picture of me as a little kid at Hooters? Because my uncle brought me there. What do you think of that? See that? Uh-oh. Group chat leaked. Yeah, they're just texting about the Miami Heat right now. Pretty great. Classic pic. Classic photo. Yeah, that was some Sigma activity for sure. Let's see. All right. Classic photo. Okay, next. Actually, this bit is just straight lines because we're actually just drawing the furniture, basically. Okay? Straight line. But I'm putting mine at a little bit of a tilt. I don't know why. I guess it makes more sense to me. The angle. Another straight line. Okay, by the way, please do not get too hung up on the idea of a straight line. As you can see, neither of these lines are actually straight. They're actually quite the opposite. And I'm going to put them on the other side too. Actually, yeah, that'll be like the end of the sink. Just looking at the countertop in the bathroom here with the sink. You don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. Classic photo. All right. And now we add the mirror. Okay, straight line. The way I'm positioning it is straight line up through the center of his head here. Okay. Straight line across. And straight line going to connect the two. Notice also that, like, there's sometimes the other reason that having a little skeleton is nice is because, like, I can also cheat it a little bit. Like, then when I drew this, I'm like, yeah, you know what? That actually doesn't really give me enough room. See what I mean? I'm actually not even gonna fully connect the thing here. If it's too late, this is not a big deal. But I kind of want the speech bubble to be peeking in here a bit. So I want a little bit of room. Okay. How's everybody doing? Do you guys have this so far? Mic check. Got it? Looking pretty good? Okay, okay. Just about looking good? Okay, okay. Alright. Next, we are going to draw the face of the owl. Ayo, early stream. I know. It's truly because the Miami Heat are playing basketball tonight. And I needed to see it. Here we go. We're starting, actually, with the beak. Which, hang on, I don't want to goof this up for you guys. Alright. Whoa! JRMIKL! Yo! Thank you! Welcome to Hairy Jewish Guy Hooters. And thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Oh my god, what have I done? There we go. Thank you. Thank you, JRMIKL. I appreciate it. I love you. Don't know what I would do without you. Alright, here we go. Let's do this beak. So remember, this is actually on the same plane, right, with this beak. So you don't want it to be higher or lower. This is the only really important part about the mirror thing, is that, like, when we're drawing the face of the owl, we want everything to be line to line to line, right? 1 to 1. In this case, okay? Everything is parallel. I love drawing things in the mirror. I always think it's funny to do that. Even some of my really, really early comics feature, like, people talking to themselves in a mirror or looking in a mirror or something like that. It's, I don't know why. It's a funny sight gag. It leaves a lot of room for just, like... You know what it is? I've brought this up before. Guys, watch what I'm doing, by the way. Let me actually... I'm making a C, a backwards C. that's it's almost an oval, almost connected. Okay? Then a curve over the top. Okay. A curve across the bottom. Do you want me to zoom in? Can you guys see what I just did here? I'm connecting the beak, and then just a line that's actually a curve that's same at the same curvature at the side here. This is the middle of his mouth. Did I explain that okay? Or do you want me to do it again? Almost an oval, but leave it disconnected. You know what we'll be back ASAP. The ribs are done. Yo, I'm actually going to redo this because I thought of a better way to explain it. Okay, oval, almost connected. Okay, just got home. What are we drawing? I'm going to show you right now. And then a C shape inside. See, that's a better way to explain it. And then a curvy line connecting the two. This is what we're drawing. Is an owl staring in the mirror and he's going, "Who am I?" I forget who had that idea, but that's funny. Who am I? Okay. We're going to draw the two eyes. Let me zoom in slightly. All right. See that? Mid-flight crisis. Pretty good. Okay, and then his ears. Now remember, the ear on the even though this ear is closest to this one, it's technically mirroring that one. And this one's going to be over here. Okay, so it's going the feathers are pointing the same way that this ear's feathers are pointing, which is to the left. And on this side, they're going to be pointing to the right. So this one's tilted slightly outwards. And to the right. Nice. Okay. How we looking so far, guys? Is everybody following along? I'm not sure. I feel like I'm kind of like explaining pretty quickly today. So I want to make sure I'm not breezing over everything. How late am I? Well, you're not that late. I mean, we started about an hour ago, but I'm an ear behind. Okay, that's okay. Take your time. This owl is staring in the mirror and he's going to be saying, "Who am I?" And it's like I said, it's actually not, the drawing itself is actually not that complex. Like, there's not that many individual lines or shapes in this drawing. I just added texture to a lot of it, which makes it look a bit more busy than it is. Like, under the head here, the ears, body. But honestly, if you wanted to, you could pretty easily, I think, draw along with this. I think the parts that required the most guidance were probably just the placement of where the countertop is, which I guess I didn't even really explicitly say, but the way that I drew it, it's connected at from right at the bottom of his forearm here, and then the other side is intersected at his like hip or his waist, and then just a rectangle here. This I did say intersects at his the middle of his dome at the top here. I just think that's probably like good framing. The next thing we're going to do is just draw the line connecting the two ears. Okay. His cheek coming down. And then look how I'm kind of just feeling it out because I don't want too many lines to be overlapped that I'm going to like it's going to get too clustered. So I can't even exactly tell you where to put your lines because all of this area, since this is the technically the busiest part line wise of the drawing, I don't want to tell you, oh, put this here, right? Try to make it, I would say try to make the curve of the face in a way that it doesn't actually get in the way of this face, this part of the face. In my case, I'm actually cheating his cheek a little bit outward. I mean, in the mirror. So that it isn't... Like what I mean to say is that if I draw his face coming down this way, I just don't... Like, that to me doesn't look as good. Where it's in his... It's like with his mouth. Because then it's not really clear if this line is part of the face or part of this face or... Yeah, that's why I'm going to cheat it out a bit. And then curve on this side as well. And I'm making these W's, www.owl.com. Oh, and there's the other bit. Now, because of where his face is, all right, and this is the part that I forgot. Technically, well, actually, it is here, but I kind of drew over it a bit. But the counter on the other side, because we're also mirroring this counter in the mirror, so we want that to be apparent over here. So that there's enough room for his hand, which is going to go here. Okay. I want to make sure everybody's caught up here before we start the hand, because I think, some people need a little TLC when we're drawing hands. If you are complete with where we're at so far, just signal to me. Say, I am good to go. I am good to go. Good to go? Good? Just started the entire thing, but I'll catch up. I'm going to bump the bottom of the mirror up a bit so I don't have to draw as much reflection. Okay. I think that's a good idea. Realistic. All right, here we go. I'm going to draw the hand now. Now remember, the hand is mirroring the one we have here. I know this sounds advanced, but just follow along with what I'm doing, all right? 3 fingers, which we have here, which are just going bump, bump, bump. Okay? His thumb, which is over here, it's one more bump going out that way. That's pretty much it. I don't really see any need to make it more complicated than that. I mean, even that doesn't look right. It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't have to. There's really, like, it's not the focal point of the drawing. The focal point of the drawing is the face. Some of the stuff you can cheat a little bit because it's like, no one's really going to be analyzing it that close. Like, actually, his fingers go slightly this way on this part. And the drawing that you made here in this little funny cartoon, actually, it should go actually over here. Dude, I really do get comments like that, though. I don't know if I've talked about this one before, but I get comments like that on the Mr. Krabs one that I drew a while ago. So many freaking nerds in the comments. Actually, it was because it got reposted to Reddit. It wasn't even on Twitter that I was getting it. It's because somebody reposted it to Reddit, which is fine. I don't mind. It's cool. It's chill when people repost my stuff. I don't post to Reddit. So if somebody posts my stuff over there, that's why my watermark's in it. I don't care. That's chill. The more people can see it. And that one did crazy numbers on Reddit, which is cool, but like the comments were so annoying. Like I went over there and they're like, actually, this drawing doesn't really make much sense. It's a very careless cartoon because Pearl should be here in this frame, and the fact that Mr. Krabs is on this side of the frame, he should be here. I'm like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You're on Reddit. You're on Reddit. That doesn't mean you know anything. It's just a whole website of Neil deGrasse Tyson's. Did you actually know that the moon is not made of cheese and Santa Claus is not real? And I don't know. Reddit. By the way, the angle of this arm is kind of going upwards in like a V. Well, actually, crustaceans such as Eugene are. Redditors are walking examples of the Dunning-Kruger effect. I don't even know what that is, but I believe you. Right out the gate, I'm like, yeah, dude, yes. That's so true, bro. Those fucking Dana Krugers. Santa isn't real. What? No, dude. Just because Neil deGrasse Tyson says something doesn't mean it's true. That dude's an idiot. Alright, let's see. Okay. Now I'm mirroring this part of this part of the crustacean, which will go right here. That's the countertop there. Fuck Santa, I live for the cheese moon, baby. I'm gonna write just because I think it's gonna cover maybe some of his body. I'm gonna write the text in the speech bubble right now. He's gonna say, I'm doing it in italics. Who? Move it over. Who am I? Who am I? Now, fun with speech bubbles, right? There's a lot of different things you can do with this speech bubble, which are going to add character, right? The most simple one, of course, is to just basically circle it, okay, and then just add a little line. In this case, the punchline is, I would say, not affected. I think it's still really funny, and if you just want to do this, you absolutely can. If you want him to be more distressed, right? If you want it to sound like he's shouting, you do this sunburst effect. God, actually, let's see. Who am I? Okay. Sunburst effect when somebody's like yelling, right? That's, who am I? Who am I? Now, there's another way to do it. There's a third way, and this one's subtle, alright? You can kind of make a circle, but it's a little gravelly. You can even maybe make it looks almost ghostly. right? I don't love how that last bit came out. Hang on a sec. Circle it, right? Little wobbly around the edges, okay? But the piece de resistance, I just want to make sure this is angled properly, okay, is adding the straight lines across the bottom. This is like, who am I? Whoa! They Victus just subscribed at tier 1. Yo! Thank you. I appreciate the subscription. They Victus! Welcome to it. What is this? Hairy Jewish guy Hooters. Streaming urination. Truly a haunting speech bubble. Thank you. It is very haunting. Spooky. Yeah, this is. I think I'm gonna stick with this one because I like this idea that he's just like complete. Whoa. Oh, I kind of know. Like, I don't know why my computer keeps making those noises. I like the idea that he's like really stressed about this. All right, let's see here. And now, yeah, I'm just gonna add the back of him is right here. Now, over here, you can actually add, like, if you want to get just details. You're right, this is, I mean, in some ways, this to me is the funny part of drawing, where you, like, or not the funny part, but the fun part is, like, once you have the meat and potatoes done is when you can kind of add little details, like the sink. Here's the head of the sink. And sort of a, what do you call that? The inside of the sink, which would also be mirrored right there. See that? Also, you could make it look like he just splashed his face with cold water. And maybe the sink is even running. See that? Little things. You're great, dude. Love your stuff. Dude, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the subscription and your kind words. I'm thinking about, also, I will say, you know, when I'm drawing, like, I used to just give him some nips. I don't even think you'd be able to see them, really. I think they'd be, like, here? Like, one would be there. The other one I don't even think is visible. Here's the thing, is, like, I used to hate coloring the drawings in. Give him a six-pack. You cannot see that. Here's what I will give him that nobody's suggested. He's going to be double cheeked up. How's that? Mighty toned back. Dude, that is cheeked up. Yo, the cake. Yo. Who am I? I should probably just give him the final part of his little... his legs coming down here. Whoops. And the cabinet. Let me just bring this all to the edge of the screen here. This one will just fucking ding, dang, doom, dang. There you go. And then you can even add, I'm going to add a little like cabinet space underneath here. These are just like little details. You know, the devil is in the details, guys. I know it's like really in right now. Here's a bar of soap. I know it's really in right now for webcomic artists to keep things like really minimal. You know what I mean? I know that's like just the webcomic way. Oh, and this is my favorite part. Ready? We erase this. Bang. Whoa, look at that beautiful drawing. And now we're just going to color it in, which is going to look great. I know it's become like really, what did I walk in? Who am I? I fucked up a lot, but I didn't give up. That's what's important, right? And don't be too hard on yourself. How much could you have really fucked it up? I would bet it still looks really good. And you may feel more like it's fucked up because you're looking at my drawing, which is not to say that my drawing is perfect. It's just that your drawing might look like it's in your style. That's the other thing that I would encourage a lot of you guys to, like, as you're drawing. Some of you guys draw all the time. Some of you guys, maybe this is your first time drawing in years. That's okay. That's okay. I would say, like, you're like some I think that's what I have been learning as I've been on this little art journey more recently. Like, this is my first year. You guys know, like, April 22nd, I think, was 1 year of Beetle, 1 year of Beetle Moses. Basically, it's been 1 year since I've been doing art full time, which is completely thanks to you guys. Like, I mean, seriously, I cannot thank you guys enough for your support. It's the only reason I'm even able to do it is because, like, it's become somewhat viable for me, which is just, I mean, a dream. There's really no other way to put it. It's been amazing. But it's also been a journey, not to sound really corny, but I've drawn more this year than I have in my entire life combined, easily. Because I'm drawing pretty much every day. Pretty much every day. And drawing different, like, I'm pushing myself to draw different things and come up with new ideas and things that are fresh or things that are interesting. And I've experienced probably the worst burnout that I've had in my entire life. Like, art related burnout, definitely. That happened like 5 or 6 weeks ago. I had, like, insanely bad burnout, and I didn't even know what was wrong with me. Like, I fell into this feeling of just, like, I cannot think. It was basically because I just couldn't think of any more ideas. I had been posting a comic every single day, and I just completely, I was just dry. Like, I just couldn't think of anything. And I was like, once the train stops, once the idea train stops, it's like the whole train stops, because then I'm not putting up new things. And then I just started to get, like, really, like, down on myself. And so I had to just take some time away and not be pushing myself. But the last few weeks have been great. I've been feeling like I just needed some time off. I needed some time to kind of, like, clear my head. And I've also slowed my output a little bit. I think it just wasn't good for anybody for me to be posting every day. But the other really important thing that I learned, this is why I thought of it, the other really important thing that I learned while I've been drawing this year, because I've learned a lot more about myself as an artist, is that your journey, if you whether or not you decide to be a career artist, some of you maybe do want to be a career artist, and some of you maybe just want to do it for fun. But even when you're doing it for fun, right, you want to be proud of your work, right? You want it to be good. That's gonna come with practice. You gotta just practice. Just draw. Do it. But what you're gonna realize, you're either gonna learn it the easy way or the hard way. I don't know what mine was. I think mine was probably just the long way. Is that you getting better as an artist isn't to reach a point that your art looks like another artist that you really like. If you find another artist online and you're like, dude, how the fuck does this girl draw like this? I want to draw exactly like that. You will spend an eternity trying to match their style. And it is a pointless quest. Because the final stage, your final form, your level 100 form as an artist is going to be the best version of you as an artist. Not of you drawing like freaking, whoever. It's going to be you drawing the best way that you draw. Does that make sense? That's what makes a really good artist. So you should not get too caught up in, like, this person's better than me, this person draws different than me, I wish I could draw in this style, I wish my brain worked this way. That's pointless. It's pointless. Pointless endeavor. You should look at other people's art who are really, I do it all the time. Like, there's a ton of artists that I follow, some who I know in real life, some who I've never met before, and I see their art and I'm like, how does this person's brain work this way? I wish I could draw like that. But what was the point? What would be the point of that? I can take a little bit of inspiration from them, be like, ooh, I would really like to, like, try to mimic this style. But yeah, I will never draw like Invader Penetrator Zimgirl 2001. It's never gonna happen. And that came to, and I'm not even saying, I don't think right now I'm at like, you know, I don't think I've even mastered my craft yet. I still think I have a long ways to go, but I think that clicked with me. Like, something somewhere, like I want to say even just as recently as a few months ago, I was like, oh, I get it now. Everyone brings their own stuff to the table. My art's almost always what I find funny. Dude, that's the whole point. That's like, I'm trying to find a way to do this without throwing shade at like another, well, this is a completely different thing, but it's almost like, you know, like how, this is gonna sound so boomer, but it's just the only analogy I can think of is just like, you know how like right now it just feels like a lot of pop music sounds really samey? Like, you have standout artists where when you hear their song you're like, oh, that's definitely them, whether you like them or not. You're like, oh, that's totally Cardi B, right? That couldn't be anybody else. Whether or not you like Cardi B, the second you hear Cardi B rapping, you're like, this is a Cardi B song. But there's a whole breed of like music artists, especially, kind of feels like that's been rising out of, this is gonna sound so boomer, please excuse me, but rising out of like TikTok, like people trying to get the TikTok trending song that feels like really samey. And it's like, what is the point of that? The music industry is totally like guilty of that because they're trying to recreate like the last big hit. There's no reason that like the art world needs to be that way. That's just so boring and lame. I mean, it's not to say there's still amazing musicians coming out right now, but like I think like when people are trying, it's so obvious to me when people are trying to, I'm trying to make this sound like this thing so that trends on TikTok. No. Yeah, I feel like that's more the corporatization of it, but yeah, people like Greta Van Fleet. Yeah, yeah, dude, that Greta Van Fleet shit is crazy. And the craziest part about that is that I'm pretty sure the lead singer, he did not. For you guys who don't know who Greta Van Fleet is, I don't really know much about them except for the fact that I've heard some of their songs and they are like a shot-for-shot remake of Led Zeppelin, which is impressive because, I mean, the lead singer, Robert Plant, is like one of the most insane rock singers of all time. But the dude who's on, like, the dude who's in Greta Van Fleet, that's the guy who's on the Raptors. No. That's Fred Van Fleet. Different guy. That'd be a funny crossover event, though. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys follow NBA Paints on Twitter or Instagram, but that's like a total like NBA Paints style pun. That dude's awesome. We've talked a bunch. He's a very cool guy. And if you watch basketball, he makes really funny drawings. But he does that type of stuff where he makes like funny puns related to like the basketball player's name. And it would be just like that. Like it would be like Greta Van Vliet. And it would be like, I don't know, Kyle Lowry. But anyway, Greta Van Fleet sounds exactly like Led Zeppelin. And it's like, dude, what is the point of this? And I'm pretty sure the lead singer not that he denies, but he's just like, who's Led Zeppelin? I've never even heard of them. It's like, dude, just shove it up your ass. What if Airbud sucked ass on basketball, but he was still on the team and just sat on the bench all game? He would still be MVP. I'm going to color this in exactly 1 second, but I just got to pee really quick. Give me 1 sec. I'm just switching over to, I just got to pee. I'm going to be back in 5 seconds. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. god. I didn't even know he was sick. I didn't even know he was sick. Alright, let's switch back. I'm going to start coloring this thing in. Hey! Jump scare! Gotcha. My god, I didn't even know he was sick. Okay. Let's see. Wow, I just got hit with a crazy hunger pang. My body's doing all kinds of crazy things right now for some... I gotta pee. Then I'm hungry. I'm gonna start coloring this in. Let's make this one a little bigger. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-dam. Wasn't able to watch you draw along today, but watching you draw has been a real hoot. He said it. He said the line. He said the line. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Guys, I know that the schedule has been a little bit all over the place. I think it was like when I was like really green to the streaming thing and I just started, I was like, I'm going to stream every day at the same time. It's just not impossible, but it's just really hard for me to like do the same time on the same schedule because like things be coming up, bro. Things be coming up. So I appreciate that you guys came in at a time that was like a little bit, unnatural, like not exactly the right time. What color should I make this? I'm gonna still try to keep it consistent. At least obviously Mondays and Wednesdays, and like roughly around the same time. But it's tough to do it at the same time. Do we have any basketball watchers in the chat? Has anybody been watching NBA playoffs 2023? How about, ladies and gentlemen, your Miami Heat? Everybody's like, I watched this because I thought this was a Jewish Hooters OnlyFans. I don't want to talk about basketball. Go Bamsketball. Cold Cuts Nation. Oh, your semester just ended? I'm glad the semester's over so I can catch these now. Dude, that's fucking lit. Congrats. That is amazing. Oh my god, is it that late in the year already? That's scary. I like it when I like when LeBron James basks the ball. That's the craziest part. Dude, guys, I'm telling you right now. All right, look. First of all, let me say, I would be politely asked to leave hairy Jewish guy Hooters after flirting with the staff. Look, guys. It's probably not in my best interest to tell you how you could watch basketball for free. Streameast.xyz. Huh? Who said that? Did you guys hear that? It was a weird voice. It just said the series of words and letters. Doesn't make much sense. Streameast.xyz. Who said that? Yo, hello? Hello? You guys hear that weird? That was weird. Anyway. But I'm going to give you guys a quick pitch on why I, Beetle Moses, enjoy watching LeBron James bask the ball. Okay? It's live TV. It's really fun. It kind of feels like you're part of like a little clique. Like all the people that are watching it, everybody's been like watching the same thing. And the reason I prefer basketball to something like football is that none of the guys are wearing masks or helmets, so you can see everybody's face. It's super fun. I think it's really exciting. These playoffs this year have been super fun. I think basketball in general is a really easy sport to watch because it's not... There are moments where it's really slow and stop and start, but a lot of the game is the ball is constantly moving, whereas with football there are long stretches of time where there is nothing happening. It's true. I watch some football too, but that's not really my game. Okay? Basketball is great. And if you want a team to follow right now, it's, ladies and gentlemen, your Miami Heat. And the whole meme of people being like, sports ball? Look, I know. All right? I get it. Okay? You had a Tumblr girlfriend or boyfriend back in high school that didn't like sports. And so you decided that you were going to make it part of your personality to not care about sports either. I understand. I was there. I get it. I know what that feels like. Guys, the year is 2023. Okay? Everything that you're seeing online is people fighting with each other and being stupid. You know what's really not stupid? Grabbing a cold one, putting on a game where, for some reason, even though the stakes are really low, everybody is just, I mean, seriously, nothing happens. Win or lose, nothing happens. But, for some reason, everybody gets so into it. Including me. It's really fun. And if you feel like, I don't watch any, like, you've been watching the same, videos on YouTube for like the last 4 years because you just don't know what to watch. Dude, I'm telling you, right now, get on the basketball train. Get on the basketball train. And if there was somewhere free that you could stream it, I'd tell you. Trust me. I would tell you. Streameast.xyz. I think my computer's glitching. Did you guys hear that? Oh, my battery's running low. Not anymore, baby. We're good. Run. Had to just turn on my outlet real quick. Basketball's great, man. I really do enjoy it. And you know what else I like about it is that there's just so many different like styles to play. Like it's just it's a swaggy game. Some guys have styles that don't look very cool, but some guys just look like so fresh. I don't know why. I just don't think there is another sport that you just look really fucking cool while you're playing it. I mean, you could probably say that about any sport, but I don't know why. Basketball is it's just different. What the hell? Okay. Cockfighting is really big in my town right now. Kids in my high school are raising these long, talented sons of bitches and have fights after school. You're lying. I don't believe that. That's insane if that's true. Where the hell do you live that you just the kids that you're... don't buy that for a second. That's really funny, though. Bizarre. I think my computer's glitching. Please help! My tablet. Please help! I'm dying! I'm dying. The only sport I'm interested in is blood sport. See, this is like the relaxing part, I think, of coloring things in. Like, I'm kind of just getting lost in the sauce, you know what I mean? Hanging out. Notice also, I didn't mention this, but when I draw things in the mirror, I make them a shade lighter. It's not really how, real life is, but I think there's something about, like, it kind of helps add to the illusion that they're looking in glass. See that? Oh, I just watched Born on the 4th of July for the first time last night. Did you guys ever see that one? Tom Cruise? It's on Netflix right now. Oh, and I just watched, more importantly than that, I mean, it's a good movie, but more importantly than that, dude, I just watched Skinamarink. Skinamarink. Anybody see that movie? Sounds lame as hell. It's like an anti-war. It's like an anti-Vietnam War movie. I mean, it is a true story. Like the guy who wrote it really did do all that shit. It was a good movie. It's a little bit, I think these days, us young folk are a little bit like cynical pilled. So it's like hard to watch a movie sometimes that's like really just direct, like exactly what it wants you to feel. It's telling you that, and there's nothing else about it. There's not a shred of irony. I think sometimes as like a Zoomer or a millennial, we can kind of just be like, "Yo, this shit lame." But it's like, I mean, you can't deny it's a good movie. War Bad. Yeah, there it is, guys. War Bad. What about Skinnamarink? You guys didn't see that? Nobody watched it? That's such a funny response. I was like, oh yeah, I just watched this movie, Born on the 4th of July. Sounds lame as hell. Okay. Oh gosh, that's funny. Moving on. Moving right along. It's a scary movie. Yeah, it is a scary movie. The director, guys, I think I might have mentioned this before. Okay. I don't usually like saying this stuff before it happens because it hasn't happened yet. Okay, it hasn't happened yet. But it sounds like next Monday, I think we are going to have the director of Skinamarink as a guest on Cold Cuts on the podcast, which is pretty insane. It's pretty insane. Yeah. He follows both of us on Twitter. And the especially crazy part is that it doesn't really seem like he's done many long form interviews, if any. I mean, like I googled after I watched the movie, and then I looked up to see if he had done any interviews. And he seems like a really cool guy, like really down to earth and chill, and which is funny because the movie is like extremely bizarre. And I saw like a few clips that he had done, like 10-minute interviews, and they were very like, cut and dry, like just like, oh, what about this? What about this? Like very, But I don't know if he's done any like podcast appearances, so it's possible if we do get him on. I hate saying this stuff before it happens, but I'm very excited, and it has to do with what I was going to tell you. It would be very fresh to have him on and talk to him, and so we've exchanged a few messages with him, and I think we have him locked in for next Monday. Anyway, so obviously I actually had seen some of his YouTube videos because Skinamarink was basically like a longer version of. He has a whole channel that's dedicated to like analog horror shorts, basically. And there's one proof of concept for Skinamarink, basically, which I think came out a few years ago, called Heck. It's like a 30-minute version, but of kind of the same concept. And it's filmed. The crazy thing about Skinamarink is the way that it's filmed. It's really disorienting because it's Punnett Square with Cold Cuts, yeah. It's really disorienting because it's like everything is like you never see the characters directly, basically. It's really sparse, it's really dark. There's a lot of scenes where you're basically looking at nothing. But it adds to this atmosphere. It's very atmospheric. But it is also like the scares when they do happen are downright terrifying. And so it kind of like, even though there's like these long scenes where there's really nothing happening, there's always just this sense of just like, what is gonna happen? Which is crazy. And I thought it was a good movie. I think a lot of people didn't like it. And I think what's going to be interesting is if we talk to him, if we do get the chance to talk to him, which sounds like we will, it's like all of the interviews that I saw with him are people basically just like, bro, this movie was amazing, man. Like, I love the part where where they skinned that guy's Marink. That was fucking crazy, man. Like, it felt like nobody actually had any, like, there's no, I don't really feel like there's any way you can come out of the movie, the other side, and be like, I enjoyed that. Because it's not, like, an enjoyable watch. But there is, I watched it, and even though I didn't enjoy it, I was like, that was cool. Because it's very different. And I think, like, it could even be one of those movies that, like, even if, like, right now people aren't in love with it, or it's kind of maybe a fad, it feels like a fad right now because everybody was talking about it, and then it kind of, like, phases out and people are talking about something else. I kind of feel like this movie is going to kickstart. I think we're going to start seeing movies that are in the same vein or use some of the elements of this movie in a different way, like without it being so heavily like that. Like the director, Kyle Edward Bell is his name, he commits to the freaking bit, man. Like, he is doing the same, it is like relentless. So you're telling me they skinned the Marink? But I honestly, sincerely believe that there will be a time, like, soon, that we're seeing movies from other directors that are really close. Because it's definitely going to be a trailblazer in that regard. Oh, like the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yeah, exactly. Look at this drawing, guys. What do you think? I'm gonna draw one more thing real quick. All right, what should it be? Give me something quick. Pretty fresh. Pretty sick. What do you think? Crow looking at itself. Bear driving a tugboat. Me. Sentient subway footlong sub who is disgusted with themselves. Okay. What about, what is this now? Huh. What about we draw an eel smoking a joint? It's just what popped into my head. Ready? Follow along. Start with an I. Elon Musk Joe Rogan appearance. Line. And up. I never walk about after dark. It's my point of view. 'Cause someone could break your neck. Coming up behind you, always coming in, you never have a clue. A subway sub feeling insecure because he's only a 6-incher when everybody wants a foot long. Dang. That's good. I don't want to steal that idea from you. I think you should just draw that. I love that JPEG Mafia song. How we doing, guys? Look, this is my eel so far. All right, now this is when we include the fatty that he's chiefing on. Okay. Always coming and you never have a clue. See you on a dark night. Smoking a fatty. Bring this one down. Actually, I don't love that. I want this to be farther. Seaweed, smoking a reefer. The second drawing we do, I'm kind of like loosely. I'm not really teaching, I guess, right now. We're just kind of drawing together. But I should be going slow enough that you could follow. You could be able to follow along. See you on a dark night. Okay. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Whoa. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. I kind of want him to be curved like that. Yeah. See? I'm using that same cheat code again. Because now I just got to draw the meat and potatoes around it. Okay. He's got that little top of the thing there. His fin. Curving it around. Yellow Swag Studio is calling me right now. He was in the chat like 30 minutes ago. He knows I'm live. Getting a phone call from the guy right now. Make it make sense. Oh, God. This is my business partner. Let's see here. Okay. This bit coming around. There we go. He's still here, and now he's crying. Good going. Oh, sorry. Sorry, YOLO Swag. I just really couldn't answer the phone right now. It was not the right time. Not a great time for me. So rude. Oh, jeez. All right, let's see. See you on a dark. I forgive you. Look at that. All right, let's add the. Nice. Nice. Eel smoking on a fatty. Another great stream. Thanks, everyone. Going to feast upon succulent rack of lamb. Damn, that sounds good right now. I'm jealous, dude. That sounds amazing. Enjoy it. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, you know what? Actually, this one, I think all the lines are solid enough that I can just color it right in. That's not quite as fun, is it? All right, let's see. I'll give it some actual texture. Did you guys draw along with this one, or what do you think? Move face cam, please. Got you. Yeah, just zoom out a bit. How's that? Were you guys? I didn't really do a great job. I mean, I didn't really explain this one at all. So if you guys followed along with this one, I'm very proud of you. I was kind of just doodling around, but if this one made sense to you and you were able to follow along, I think this is a cool one. I'm going to draw this one in, like color this one in really simply, but I think this is definitely one that invites fun colors. You can get very imaginative with it. Maybe a pattern. All right, let me color this in. Looking good. Looking very good. I think I'm gonna get Chinese food tonight. I'm feeling it. This place by me. Guys, if you have like a legit Chinese spot, I don't think I'm gonna do it on TP next time. What does that mean? Oh, I forgot. You did not really do that. If you guys have a good Chinese food spot near you, and they do chicken wings, bruh. I've been getting wings at this Chinese spot near me, and it is freaking epic. They're so good. It's spicy. I'm gonna get that and some fry rice. Maybe some shrimp fried rice. Okay. What do you guys think of this drama surrounding Vosh? I don't actually know what's going on. I just saw that somebody posted, like, that's it. My next video is going to be about Vosh. And I was like, good. Good. Somebody needs to take that kid down in a peg. What did he do? I don't know. I don't know what he did, actually. It's just somebody posted that they were, like, going to make a takedown video of him or something about some shit that he's probably done. I don't really know. He's in trouble for recording with cold cuts. Seriously. Well, what Yellow Swag and I wanted to do, or look, I don't know if Vosh will let us do this, but I really want to just do a live watch with him on the podcast. And then, but for Yellow Swag and I to dress up as like his attorneys, like wear suits, and just not let him talk at all, and just be like, my client denies any involvement with the horse furry channel on his Discord. He does not control the Discord. That is an admin's job. Next question. Another victim of the woke mob. I heard that Yellow Swag is pretty problematic. Yeah, it's a problem when he calls me when I'm trying to stream. That's pretty problematic if you ask me. I hate him. Dude, Yellow Swag is hella problematic. I heard Yellow Swag got into Blue Sky, and he doesn't even like it. Dude, shout out to this very cool person who gave me an invite, and I believe they also gave Zach, aka Yellow Swag, his invite, which is really fresh. Thank you to this anonymous person who I will not dox. not dox, but I don't want people to be like, what? I asked them for a code and they said no. It ain't like that. But I gotta say, if you guys have been waiting on a Blue Sky invite and you're like just holding your breath trying to get on there, guys, don't sweat it, because holy shit, there's nobody on there. That app is freaking boring, man. YOLO put it perfectly. He said like, yeah, like being on Blue Sky and watching House of Decline like hardly break 6 likes on a comic is just like depressing. It's true. It's like, what the hell is this app, guys? There's nobody on here right now. I know that it's in its beta, so I'm not gonna, I can't fault them too hard for it. But if you guys are like really like, I need to leave Twitter, at least in its current state, and probably for the foreseeable future, it is not a replacement for Twitter. So I would not sweat it. Seriously. Look at that. What do you think of that? Cutie. Let me actually just... It's him chiefing it. Yeah, if you're sick of Twitter, just go to Truth Social for now. Pass it over here, Mr. Eel. Alright, family. Thank you for coming to Hairy Jewish Guy Hooters. This has been today's episode. Alright, wait, don't change that dial. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. Oh, I used the Jeremy Renner app for a while, but yeah, I'm beyond set. Dude, the Jeremy Renner app. Classic, dude. Classic episode of Cold Cuts. You should check it out. I gotta plug a few things. If you've been watching and you don't follow me on Twitch, I would really appreciate a follow, because then you'll get a notification the next time that I go live, which should be on Wednesday. We're gonna do another class then. Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Instagram. I have the VODs uploading. I'm gonna upload the. I don't know what was going on with the last one, but hopefully that has subsided. I'm gonna upload this one, the VOD, up to my YouTube channel, which is in the. It's in my bio up there. Here's the channel if you want to go check it out or subscribe to that so you can see when that goes up, or to watch some of my previous episodes. If you want to support me any further, we have a Patreon here for the Cold Cuts. Cold Cuts Patreon. Alright, so you get early access to Beetle Moses comics, early access to Yellow Swag Studios comics. You get access to the freshest community. I'm not even lying. I think I might even be like the 10th or 11th most funny person in that group chat. They are so funny, super cool. We played Jackbox and Gardic Phone on there. Super fresh. I guarantee if I open up the VC, like the voice chat right now, there's going to be like 4 or 5 people chilling in there. No doubt about it. Super cool, great community. And finally, you can also join for free. I have a Beetle Moses Discord, which I just dropped the link in the chat as well. If you want, that link is totally free. It's never going to expire. You can join that channel, and that's where everyone's going to be posting their drawings from today's classes. So if you want to see everybody else's work, if you want to see my work, if you want me to see your drawing and all that stuff, it's all happening on that Discord channel. I love you. Thank you for watching. I will see you on Wednesday, and I will see you on Discord. Peace. Good night. Have a good dinner. Bye-bye, everybody.